Hi, everyone. Sorry about being late.
I am so sorry. It's entirely my fault. Ever since I went and got my hair done yesterday and I hung out with the amazing Brian, who taught me all these amazing ways to style my new hair. And he also got me, he sold me a bunch of hair product, to be honest.
Of course he did.
So I got lost, it's kind of funny. I got lost in the shower. Calgon, take me away. And so that's why we're running. I was gonna stop. I was gonna make my hair beautiful for you and all your amazing fans, and instead I'm here with wet hair. I apologize.
It's all right. We'll take you any way you got it. Anyway we go.
Well, good to see you. Good to see everybody here.
Exactly. Good to see everybody in the chat. Hello. Slow mode, I think. Oh, yeah. I did put it on a little bit of a slow mode so that on the chat in there. So you might see that. Okay.
Why don't I go ahead and give everybody a quick hello, and then
good idea.
We'll talk about the hot topic. Sound good?
Good idea.
All right. So I want to start off by giving a shout out to Greeter TK Teresa Cole. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting this channel. Sharon Sipe is in the house. Hello. Iwa is here. Desiree Robato. Hello, and congratulations on your new membership. Becca Lynn as well, new member. Hello. From Fort Worth, Boudicca is in the house. Christina Tonka, Sharon Sipe. We'll keep saying hi to everybody as we go along. Dove Girl, Robin E, Kathleen G, etc., etc. All right, back to you, Sheila. Wow, so many amazing people here today.
There are, we have our as a bar would call it, our regulars. And I love them. I love the regulars, the ones that show up to support us, and I just really want to know that we appreciate that. Also, a Whimsy. So what's new on your channel? Is there anything new on your channel?
Everything's going great. We're still doing the HCRV classes, and we're still doing the herbalism. It's exciting because now I'm able to go out into the field and show people how a harvest is done, because it's springtime now. But I also wanted to just say thank you to you for the other night. I don't know if did you all see the wonderful hosting that Sheila did? Was it on Wednesday night?
It was.
Together, the Witches of Eastwick. It was awesome. I felt the electricity of the night.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe we should ask the audience. Should we try and do it again? Maybe do it a longer one for, I don't know, a charity or a celebration of some type for maybe a new upcoming event, because you did such a great job. I don't know.
Oh, thank you. Well, we're going to make it a thing. It's already a thing. It's a monthly thing. So, so Lena and Linda both agreed that you were a perfect match for all of us. So,
thank God.
Oh gosh, it was beautiful. So every month, so subscribe to the channel if you want to get notified every month on my channel that we have that. We have Lena, we have Dr. Whimsy, and then we have Linda G, and of course me. They're going to be here, and we're going to do it I think the next one is on May 12th. So yeah.
Yes, awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, we got some really good feedback. I mean, the people just loved it.
Yeah. Now tell me a little bit. You have a new guest today that I don't think I've met her before or worked with her before.
Yeah. So our guest today, we're going to give her plenty of time because she has a beautiful, unique way of reading. And that is the reason why when I was scrolling, how you scroll up and watch all the tarot readers, she caught my eye because of how she was reading. And it was so beautiful and so intriguing. Her name is Tony, and she's from the Shining Hawk. Oh gosh, I'm going to get it wrong. And I invited her. Shining Hawk Healing. There we go.
Okay, nice.
Every time I go live, my brain just takes half of my knowledge from me. I don't know what's going on. But she has a YouTube channel. She just started. So I really want to bring her on and introduce her and give her plenty of time to showcase what she does. So with no further ado, let's get her in here.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, welcome.
Welcome, Tony.
Thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it. I am in awe of you two. You guys are, you rock.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I love rocks.
I love rocks too. I used to, when I was a child, my mother used to put together doll furniture, and she would give me her boxes after she had taken everything out to put it together. And I would have these boxes of rocks, and I'd go out into the yard and I would package them up and everything in these boxes. And on this shelf, I have like boxes and boxes of rocks. No particular rocks. Of course, I was only like 4 or 5 years old. Every rock was wonderful to me, but I did the same thing. I love the rocks. All right. So, my dear Tony, let's go ahead and hand it over to you. I'm going to give you plenty of time to tell you how to get a hold of you on your channel. What do you do on your channel? If you do readings, how to get a hold of you, and then and explain your wheel and your cards and how that all works. So go ahead and take it away, honey.
Okay, I'm Tony, and I do a YouTube channel called Shining Hawk Healing. And I am a shamanic Reiki practitioner and shamanic Reiki master teacher. And what I do is I do shamanic healing, and I use Reiki as one of my tools to do that. When I have a client, I will read for them first just to see where they are in their energy field, and then I will have a consultation with them, and then I will put them on the table usually because of the last year, most of the things that I've been doing have been remote viewing, which I'm sure that Whimsy can understand that. I will put myself, usually if I do a remote healing, I do it when the person is sleeping because it's easier to get into their psyche in that place. And I have permission from them before we start, and we always agree to a time when I will visit them, and I will travel to where they are, put myself in the room and work on them remotely that way. And then we'll have another consultation after that to see where we are after that healing has occurred. Usually we do more than one session to see if there are changes and if they are, to see what we might want to change in the process. So that's what I do. And I usually, when I do my readings, I usually use this board, which is my medicine wheel, and everything that I do in my healings have connection with the medicine wheel. And I don't know if you can see it. I'm holding up. The medicine wheel has 4 colors. And in indigenous ceremonies, the medicine wheel is used very often by the medicine man, medicine woman. And so for me, I started in the East because my father was Choctaw Indian, and the Choctaw, the sun plays a very big role in ceremonies. So I start in the East, and then I go to the South, which is a red color for me, and then I go to the West, which is black, which is looking the dark waters of looking within, and then finally I end up in the North, where our ancestors dwell.
The colors too. Does everybody see the colors? East is the sun rises in the east, so that's yellow, correct?
Yes.
And the North is snow, so it's white.
The white. And that we move into the South, which is red, which is for me blood, and which is where we enter. We were born in the South, and we move through the medicine wheel from the South to the North, and then we go back again in the East. But we travel the wheel multiple times during our lifetimes. And then for the South, this is, and I have my crow feather, because crows are all about truth. So I start in the East, I move to the South, and then go to the West. And in the West, we go inward. We look at the dark waters we call it the dark waters of looking within. And this is where we can find the wisdom of what we've done in a physical life here. So we go within, and then we finally end up in the north where our ancestors dwell, and then we get information from them. But what we do when we move through the wheel, we often pick up we often pick up lessons along the way, and those lessons are the lessons that we can expand on, as far as if there are good lessons or if they're bad lessons, we know where we need to do the work in our lives. In the center of the wheel, which is where I place my love stone, this is called the void, and this is where we enter the oneness of everything, because we are all connected to the one thing, and that one thing ends up being love. Because love, oh, I'm dropping my rocks. The love is the one power that creates. So we have that in the center, and that's how the wheel works for me. That's how I use it.
I wanted to say quickly, that kind of reminded me of Carl Jung's time with the Hopi, that in the East is the sun, which is typified by the yellow. So the East, the sun, or the East brings the sun god or the sun energy, and the West takes the sun away. And so the West rules the night, and the East rules the sun. And I just thought that was very beautiful, what you just showed us. And I remember you now. As you were talking, I was like, I think I've met you.
Yeah. I got a reading from you when you were still in Hollywood, and it was wonderful. You were great. Oh, I really, really, really appreciated it. And it was nice to meet you, because I had been following you for a long time.
Oh, wow.
So Tony, I really want you to kind of button this up for us. So you showed us your wheel. And you showed us how what the meaning of everything that is on your wheel, which is fantastic. So if you were to do a reading, how would you make that all work, and how would you read that reading?
Okay, so when I go to the East, that is, because I know some of you are out there are psychologists or whatever, so you will understand that the different levels of consciousness, the self consciousness, I put in the East, because that is where we connect with the things that we think and feel, and that's what the high priestess is all about, is the knowledge and the knowing inside. So I have that as a self-conscious position. When we move to the South, that is our self. This is where we are born. So this is where we negotiate with ourself and our subconscious. Those two work together. And then when we go to the West, that is the subconscious, and then the North is the superconscious. So if we think about those areas of consciousness, then we can see where we need to have more energy, either cleared, or we need to have more energy come in to help us, to support us in those areas. So I use these little swatchy cards that these are chakra cards, swatches, and these help me in readings to sort of dive deeper into those areas of consciousness. So that is how I do it.
So here's going to be my challenge, and I'm going to get a free reading today. Okay, Tony. So do like a question. So if you were to do a reading, so this is so fascinating. This is where I want to spend so much time with you. So I want you to do a question for me. So let's do my YouTube channel.
Your YouTube channel?
Yeah, do my YouTube channel in a how you would read everybody. Yeah, how you would read it.
Let's say, what should we look at as far as the chakra energies are concerned when we are looking at Sheila's YouTube channel? What do we need to take a look at? So we're starting in the East, where all things start, and I will pull a card. Compassion. What? Compassion. So these are the things that in the East, the thoughts that you have regarding your channel, and it's all about love. because this is a fourth chakra card. So love and compassion are the things that are sort of pushing you forward in your psyche, and what the thoughts and the ideas that, and the goals that you have for your channel. It's all about compassion. And I see that. I see that every time I see your readings. I see the compassion and the love that you are exhibiting. So then we move to the physical, which is the south, and we look to see what's happening in the physical for you that you either need to look at or is beneficial to you. It's truth.
Very. I am a truth teller.
Yes, you are. You are. And I'm getting chills on that. It's really, really, really beautiful. Thank you, Sheila. That's beautiful. If we move to the west and we look within to see the wisdom, to find the wisdom that we have created for ourselves in the physical, I will pull this. Stability and security. Because it helps people. What you do is helping people feel more secure in their spiritual life, in their physical lives. What you're doing is helping, and this is a first chakra, base chakra card, and is the fire. It's the fire that pushes things into creation, and that is what you are exhibiting, and that's the wisdom behind what you're doing with your channel. And I want to say thank you for that.
Oh.
So we go to the ancestors in the north, where our guides, our angels reside.
I love this. So much fun.
It is.
We do this for a living.
And your ancestors and your guides are saying that your creativity is pushing your channel forward. All of the things that you're coming up with, the new programs, the lessons that you are teaching, all of that is based on your creativity, and they're saying continue with that. That is where you will find you already know your purpose, but you will cement your purpose with this creativity that you're coming up with every single day.
Oh.
That is your reading.
I know we got to give one to Whimsy, but let me bask in mine for a second. Oh. That was beautiful.
I'm getting chills. It's beautiful. You're beautiful.
I don't think is she done yet? I don't think she's done yet.
Yeah. I can pull one more card for you, just to sort of put a fine point on it. And this is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. And I usually use these. These cards are so beautiful. So if I want to put a fine, these two cards fell out actually. You are the luminous warrior. You are a light worker. And that is what we need right now in the world. And that is what you are giving to the world. That's beautiful. And then your middle world, that's us. That's where we are right now. We're on the surface of the planet, the middle world. And you are here to help, to be the luminous warrior in the middle world.
Aww.
You're right where you need to be.
Thank you. Hang on a minute.
I want to get my love life. I think everybody that watches my channel wants to know about my love life, right?
All right. So
love life. All right.
All right. So what does Dr. Whimsy's love life looks like? Thank you, honey. You are agreeance of this. We're not making you do this, right? Just to be clear.
He has to have a job.
Okay.
Well, of course he has to have a job. And a driver's license, honey. Let's get the basics. And his own home. He can't be pulling his camper up to your apartment and saying, I'm moving in.
With a hot plate, that's not going to work. Okay.
All right, go for it, Tony.
Okay, so starting in the east, where all things start, we're looking at Whimsy's love life. What are the ideas and what are the thoughts and the goals that Whimsy has for this new love life expression?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a fourth chakra card. So this is a throat chakra. So this is the person that you are looking for. The person who is out there for you is a person who will be able to express. You will be able to express who you are and how you live your life to that person. The expression between the two of you will be easy, and it will be a loving expression because it's truthful. Because everything that has to do with the throat chakra is about truth. So your expression of truth will be matched by their expression of truth.
Okay.
If we go to the physical.
There's somebody there.
We go to the physical and we see what is the physical expression. Psychic abilities.
Ooh.
So the person that that you will find or will find you will also be attracted to the psychic abilities that you have. And they may also have psychic abilities themselves.
Perfect. So that's perfect.
Sort of keep an eye out on that. I mean, in this community, you never know. You never know who's going to be out there for you. So just sort of let's see what
she's going to get a Merlin.
I would love to get a Merlin. Another doctor or another
yes.
doctor? Awesome.
So going to the West and looking within, what is the wisdom that Whimsy needs to look at regarding this lover self-esteem? Yes. So the wisdom of having self-esteem and having someone who also has that self-esteem, who will not be intimidated by your power, because you do have a lot of power. So you need someone who has the self-esteem and the ability to rise up and support your power and not be intimidated by it. So that is the person who is out there for you. And so we move to the north where our ancestors and guides and angels reside. And what do they have to say to Whimsy about her lover? Creativity.
Creativity.
So this is what I think where you're going to find this person is a person who has the creativity and the psychic abilities and the truthful expression, and all of that is going to play into that person being bumping into you one day on the street. I just got the picture in my head that this is a person that you're going to bump into on the street somewhere. I don't know where, but this is a person who is going to, it's going to come up right out of the blue. It's not something that you're going to have to look for. It's just going to happen.
Wow, that was excellent. Bravo. Bravo.
Pull one more card for you.
I'm loving this, man.
What the mystical shaman oracle has to say about
I adore this woman and how she reads. Yes.
So let's do this and see what.
You're going to be so busy after today. Everyone's like falling in love with her. I'm reading the comments.
Okay, this one wants to come out. Earth. This person will also be a lover of Earth, and a lover of the environment, and a lover of your mushrooms and your and your a penchant for Earth Earth objects and the plant world and your remote viewing, all of that. That is a person who is going to also have a very strong love of the planet and Earth. I just think that when you're out, I keep seeing when you're out somewhere doing the things that you know are good for the planet, that's when you're going to meet this person. And I don't think you have to look very far. It's going to happen when you least expect it, which is
Aww.
all
But
happened.
not in the bathroom, right? Because that would be the least.
No.
I would be in
Not
the
in the bathroom.
morning.
Did you say bathroom?
You know, you're reading your newspaper in the morning. You're feeding your cats. That's not the right time.
No, that's not the right time to be.
No,
Awesome
it's going to be
job.
out in the world. It's going to be out in the world. And that person will literally bump into you. And when that happens, please give me a call.
I will.
So incredibly grateful and happy that happened.
Thank you so much for that. That's beautiful. I mean, really, it's beautiful. And so if somebody wants a reading with you, how do they get a hold of you?
It's Shining Hawk Shamanic Reiki at gmail.com.
And they can just email you and ask for an appointment?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to have to get you set up with how to do Gin Book or whatever so that you can, because you're going to be busy.
Gen Book. If you set up a Gen Book account and then you just post it to your YouTube, that's just your booking address, and they just click on it and book directly, and it only costs $30 a month.
Okay, so you guys will let me know how to do
Yeah, Whimsy's the one that be able to help you with that.
Genbook.com.
Okay, Genbook. Okay, I'll write that down.
Genbook.com, set that up.
You don't need to have a website to do this job because YouTube is your website. It is social media. So it's kind of redundant to have a website and YouTube. So a lot of people are just doing YouTube and the Genbook link.
Yep.
So that your YouTube channel basically is, for all intents and purposes, your So why have nobody ever goes to my drwhimsy.com. They just go here and to the Gen Book.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they'll automatically be able to pay your price and then book all the days or hours that you open up, and it's just like it works for you. So because you're going to be busy, girlfriend. All right. So I hate to do this to you because we do political readings, and you know what? I don't know if I want to because you're here, but because all these other good stuff. But I would really like to see where your talent is. I know that Whimsy has a few hot topics. What do we got for her?
Well, we got a lot of hot topics going on. First things first is that everybody knows that April 22nd was Earth Day. So a lot of people are really getting excited about Earth Day. People also know that $1.9 trillion was put in for new jobs. They're now saying there's more jobs than people. I thought it wasn't going to happen until May, but it happened actually the second week. So people want to know what's going on globally with that. The summit looks to be successful. I think that's the first concern. I'm going to go ahead and open up the questions, but I think that's the main hot topic everybody wants to talk about is the summit and April 22nd, because they couldn't physically get together because of COVID, but they were able to meet virtually.
Explain the summit for those who do not know what a summit is.
All right. So a summit is basically the summit of the mountain. It's where all the best minds get together and plan where they want to go. So I did some research, and this is what was on the agenda globally. Biden is creating new jobs they're reducing fuel emissions, so electric vehicles. He's expanding the forest, so more forestry jobs. Carbon capture technology jobs, methane capture technology jobs, wind turbine jobs, solar panel jobs, infrastructure jobs, federal jobs, contracting, etc. So the questions about what will come of the summit and whether or not people will, basically, will the world follow Biden, basically?
Okay, let's read on the summit. And the summit is not necessarily everybody meets at the base of a mountain. This is a meeting of the minds, correct? I'm just getting it clear because
a summit is like we're gonna tackle this problem together. So using look, it's like the other hot topic, because both of these topics are related. The other hot topic is that Putin is surrounded, basically. 2 days ago when we did the group reading, we talked about this, where if Putin agreed to the summit that he was going to have with Biden, it was a way of kind of talking him off the edge, because he was threatening to attack Ukraine. And then yesterday he started withdrawing his troops from Ukraine. So those are the kinds of things that can get resolved with a summit, is like, hey, we don't want to do this. Let's meet in June for this summit. So summits come together to resolve conflicts so that future things can happen. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble finding the question right now. But that was basically the question. Okay. What would the world do with the summit? And also the future economy related to the summit.
Somebody put in there, it's a Zoom mountain meeting, Sheila.
Zoom mountain.
Melissa, she goes, it's a Zoom mountain meeting. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know why that tickles me, but that's funny.
Oh.
Oh. All right. So the Zoom, the summit in the I see restraint in the whole ordeal. I see the intelligent conversation, the intelligent choices being brought up. I also see the Knight of Wands, which is that lustful money will show up, and the reason why they do this or reason why they do that. And then I also have the stagnation showing up. So I don't know how far they're going to get with this. They're going to keep on pulling a teeth to get what they want. But going forward, the Hangman, uneasy truths, public recognition, and victory is the outcome. So, but I do see a little stagnation going on with all of this stuff. It's like we have this for the planet, we have this, we have this, we have this, and somebody goes, but what about the money? That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Tony.
You got that. What about the money? Yeah, I see that they are meeting. They are meeting, and it's. I think that the good thing that happened was Putin pulled back, and so what I got in the East was the summit was about love. It's about bringing everybody together. It's about bringing everybody together. So, in order to communicate and show some compassion for the people who are truly in need right now. And so our guides are saying that this summit is going to bring out a consciousness that we haven't really seen in the last year or so. That more, the energies are getting better. The energies are getting more compassionate. So that is what I got about the summit.
I love that combination of pink and green, which are the colors I associate with Kuan Yin, the green Tara, the compassion. I read this as a negotiation card, but it's also temperance. Slow and steady wins the race. This is really good. This is the Lovers card. People, the star of the show right now, believe it or not, is President Xi of China. And this act by Xi that everyone is touting, because they understand where America's going, and America and China are the greatest polluters. So you're seeing this Lovers card coming up, shocking changes, like how far China is willing to go in order to continue to sell products to the United States. So we're starting to see this nice lover coming in. But this goes back to what Sheila said. Look at that, 4 of Swords, snags. What's it going to cost us? What's it going to cost us, etc. The thing that motivates the world ultimately to get on board. And yeah, Biden keeps talking about, no, you're actually going to have more money because this is more production. The state of play, Knight of Swords, final outcome. So the winds of change, the changes in the environment, and also changes in the market. It's not just the federal governments, the governments in the United States, governments overseas that are going green. Companies are going green because they're trying to get people to buy their products, and we will buy green instead of something that's not green. And also, if you're looking at the intellectual market, if you're looking at these cards, just like 2 of 4 are air swords, which is the intellectual part. If you're if you're trying to attract intellectual scientists and researchers, that's also an impetus for companies to want to go with modern new green technology. You won't attract the best and the brightest if you're using outdated stuff.
This is true. Absolutely. All right, so what do we got? I took the slow chat off of the, everybody was complaining about the slow chat. I thought it would help, but it didn't. So I took it off. Everybody should be able to chat as fast as they can in the chat. So I did that. So what is the next question we got there?
Okay, now that it's open, this question comes from Pat B. Hello, Pat B, and thank you for submitting your question. Love you guys together. I really do have a question that is important to me. I live in Missouri, and whenever we vote for something the Republicans don't like, they decide not to enact that law because the voters are too stupid, they think, and don't want and don't know what they're doing. For instance, we just voted to increase Medicaid here, and the Republicans won't do it. Will the state ever go blue again? We are now living in an autocratic state and have been for 20 years.
Missouri. Which state is this? Missouri?
Yeah, Missouri. Evidently, it's going blue, but there's suppression.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Whimsy, Celtic Tarot, and Tony. I subscribe to all of you for a while, so there you go. All right, so will Missouri go blue?
Again, yeah, because it has been blue in the past.
Okay.
I can go first.
Okay.
I think it has to do with the economy. It has to do with the bailout. Everything keeps going back. Every time I do a remote, every time I go down to like pay dirt as a remote viewer, it's always the changing economy, the 1.9 trillion turnaround, the fact that the money went to all 50 states, the fact that the infrastructure, it's all about right now. I don't think the Republicans know what to do in Missouri. 4 of Swords. The gerrymandering, the strong presence, I think that they presented themselves in Missouri as Missouri. If you're not Republican, you're not from Missouri. It's that kind of strong, that strong relationship I see between both the Republican Party and the way that they've marketed themselves. But here comes the blue. This is the blue. This is the card that denotes healing, offers of healing. Also, I like the fact that it's blue. And then the final outcome is to walk away, and another blue card. But the fact that they're walking away to build something else leads me to think that we're going to see, I don't want to call it a collapse of the Republican Party, but it's basically a collapse because everyone's going green. Because I'm an anthropologist, man. You go where the survival is. They have to join us because that's where everybody's going green. It's green. The future is green.
Go ahead, Tony.
I see that their votes have been basically co-opted and stolen when they voted for the thing that was, what was it, Medicaid?
Yeah.
Medicaid. So yeah, so the thoughts and everything, they want change. They want it to happen right away, and they want to create something that has lasting power. They want this energy. This is a second chakra card, and this is where the creativity comes from, and the sexual energy is what the people are feeling. They want to move forward. They want change. They want the people to have more power, and and in the physical, they, like I said, they want more personal power. They want to see that their votes count, and
Blue.
this is about their votes. this is about their votes. They want their votes. They are asking, they're demanding, they're crying for satisfaction that their votes will count. And everybody, it's getting to be, I don't know if you can see that color, but this is a sixth chakra. This is your third eye chakra, and this is how most people communicate. They don't really know that they're communicating this way, but they are. And everybody, all the people who want change, they're all on the same page. I think this is becoming, it's becoming, oh, here's the card. A circle of people who want to create something that keeps everybody together. Everybody gets a chance. Everybody gets their vote counted. Everybody gets their say. And I think that this sort of speaks to it all. All of these cards are about communication and the energy that it takes to have your vote counted, to see that that you matter in society, in your community. You matter, and this is what they're crying out for. This is my final card, is that eventually they will have. It's blue too, Whimsy.
The blue healing, the blue cup.
The blue healing, yeah.
Fantastic. So I am asked the question: will they turn blue? What is their struggle? How are they going to get there? Is what I asked for that question. And so as you were doing that, the mental clarity, people are getting new ideas, and they're getting mental clarity as to how it's happening, what's going on, and how they have been betrayed. I also got the rite of passage, that collaboration. It's almost like somebody in that state, or even several Democrats in that state, are going to go like door to door and get everything, get them to make sure that they are registered, make sure that they know how to get there. They're going to do the groundwork on that. I also have the Three of Cups, like they are going to be very happy in that state. And then I also have the Courage Under Fire. They're going to be very happy because they're going to have the courage to do what they need to do for their state. I also got the swords, they have been dealing with all the lies and the deceit and the betrayal, and they have a focus on it. Like, we know what you've been doing. So I do think that they are going to also turn blue. I didn't get any blue cards like you guys did, but I got that they have victory over all of this, that they are getting mental clarity. Anybody that's in this chat right now who lives in Missouri, is it Missouri, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Missouri. Be brave and go out into your community and be that spokesperson for the Democrats. Get in there and start now and have that conversation with everybody and wake them up and help wake them up. And I think really, truly, once you get past their shock that you're doing that, it'll work, because they're going to be shocked. Yep. So wonderful. What do we got?
Well, there's a couple. I'm trying to figure out which one. I like the ones where they tell us how much they love us. That's always fun. All right. So this one comes from Saeed Nasralli. Saeed Nasralli. That's pretty. Hi, Saeed Nasralli, and thank you for the question.
I would have murdered that.
She starts by saying, "Oh God.
Oh no.
I love you all."
Thank you.
Yes, a question. When, when will Iran be liberated from the mullahs, clerics?
Iran. So explain to me what a mulan and a cleric is.
A mullah is considered someone who's an expert in the Quran and expert in Islam and interpretation, and they are the clerics that interpret Sharia law. So it's their interpretations of how Islamic law should be implemented.
Okay, so they want to know if Iran is going to be separated from them.
Yeah, because it's currently the clerics have control since the Iranian Revolution. I think, was it 1978?
Okay, thank you.
It probably cost Carter his presidency. He never got reelected, and a lot of it had to do with that and the Iranian hostages. Yeah, 1978 was the hostage crisis.
I'll go ahead and go first since I already have mine. So, ironically, we have the unwavering, realistic. See how they're coming against them. They are rising up against them. And this is really good because we also have dare for more. So we have the 8 of Cups where they're walking away. This is, they're just not interested anymore. You lose your power over somebody once they stop believing you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in a belief system. Once they stop believing you, you've lost your power over them and the burden that they have been carrying in that country. And we also have that they have been tied up for quite some time. So this is telling the story of that. And of course, the 3 of Swords has a heartbreak to it. However, we also have the Knight of Cups where it has that creativity and that proposal. So it is going to take a while. They are. What's the matter?
I'm reading the comments. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, what happened? So we have the Knight of Cups, where somebody somewhere, some leader is going to come forth and help them out. The one that has compassion, the one that knows how to steer. It's almost like they're going to steer their people to the right thing and move them away because they are losing their faith in what they've been taught.
Wow.
What do you got, Tonya?
Well, I start out with a divine consciousness. This is the clerics and where they are, and if we move into the physical, it's the truth about what's happening to them in Iran. And wow. So we have compassion for their plight. And what's going to change it is communication. We have to, they have to communicate. I pulled some tarot cards as well, and this is basically where they are, and their worry about their freedoms. But I also pulled this.
Good.
For them, it's possible. The possibility is there. And, this is my chakra card. It has the 7 stars here. So I always say that the balance will once the balance is there, once they have a balance, they will find the peace and the harmony that they're looking for. So, yes, that's what I have.
Wow.
That was awesome, Tony.
It's weird. It's so strange. I went into this, and as soon as I went into this energy, I went into a remote view, and it's easy to do because this individual in Iran he's a lot like Navalny. He's fearless. There's an individual I'll give you the cards. He presents as a businessman. So I'll give people hints about what I think is going on, and we'll see how it plays out in the coming months. But basically, it looks like there's a guy. He's like Navalny. He's a businessman, and he's fearless, and he's decided that he's taking on the clerics. This is what it looks like. And he and the rest of the business world that is part of the Iranian business world, they're starting to flex their muscles. And one of the arguments they're using is that a lot of their economic problems are the fault of the clerics, that the clerics led to the sanctions, that they're paranoia led. So this guy's coming at them. I feel when I go into the energy of this opposition leader, the king of Pentacles, he comes with a star. This guy's the star. So there's a star coming to Iran. He's already there, and he's not scared in the least of the clerics because this man's a billionaire multiple times over, and he and the wealthy Iranians who are secularists are going to take back their country. But the problem is that they're rich, and then the problem becomes, well, then we have a bunch of Republicans taking over Iran. So that's the criticism. But you can see here that the clergy are kind of fighting to stay in power. They're, the foundation, the death of the foundation, because this guy's coming for them. This fearless, he's got the power. You know what it is? It's when you're a bully, you pick on someone who has no power. This guy in Iran, this guy is like, pick on me. Why don't you pick on me? I've got billions. I've got, like this guy you don't want to mess with. And then here's the clergy. This is what I'm saying. I went into a remote with this. Here's the clergy. This is the mullah. The star, the man with the star. What does he bring?
Darn the luck.
You will bring them nothing but heartache. They don't want to change. They refuse, and they will be erased. He will push. He will take the table. This guy's telling me he will take it all down because we're done with you. We have the money. We have the power. We have the businesses. Go, and they will be hard. But they will be pushed out. That's how much power and money is going into Iran. It's a crazy remote, but we should document it because it's wild. Can you believe those cards?
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, is this guy really going to be doing good for Iran though? That's the problem. Is he trying to? Is he a good guy? I did get the Knight of Cups.
Yeah, I think so. Anybody who's familiar with Iranian politics will probably let us know who he is. But yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, because I got that dude too. So
cool.
All right, what do we got?
Wasn't that awesome? That was like a full remote. That was cool. All right. So next question. Are you ready for the next?
I am.
Fun. I'm like having fun. It was like started so crazy. Like I ran out of a I'm going live now. And now I'm just having a great time. Okay. So this question comes from Spectator. Thank you for the question. She, he, they writes, are Kamala Harris's efforts to quell problems at the border going to be enough to hush the GOP?
Nothing is going to hush the GOP. However, let's look and see what her progress is at the border.
Yeah, I think it's yeah.
I mean, they will do something like shove a justice through the courts and then 3 or 4 months later say that we would never do something like that, like step the courts. So nothing shuts them up. But let's see what the progress she's doing at the border. Let's just read on that.
Yeah.
All right. Tony, according to the chat, you're already up to 1,000 subscribers.
Oh my God.
You go get everybody. Yes.
Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah,
She
mwah,
gave
mwah.
us both free readings. Thank you, honey.
There you go. And you know that once you got to 1,000, now you can have a community page. Now you can get monetized if that's something you want to do. I mean, you really have a lot of benefits to it. And once
I think people should monetize because we have to spend money on all kinds of things, cameras, equipment. If nothing else, it pays for the.
Exactly.
Okay.
They think that we get rich. We don't.
Thank you guys so much.
Doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Yes, Tony.
Looks pretty good to me. You guys want me to go first?
Yes.
Happy in the garden. I keep seeing gardens, and I keep seeing permanent infrastructure. They're building new housing and new infrastructure and flowers. It's like, these are pleasant places to get processed. I mean, it's like, welcome. There's some cheese. There's a cheese platter over there. I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of nice. It's very efficient the way they take us in, water and processing. And there's flowers, and there's a memorial garden over there for the people who suffered. I mean, it's like, I see that every time I go into this.
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah, the grief that is still there, working through the grief and disgust. There again, this goes back to world trials, crimes against humanity. The world is disgusted by what happened, but yeah, Kamala, is that how you say it? Kamala? Yeah, she does awesome. Look at that, 6 of Cups. She will reunite the families. Beautiful. 6 of Cups is exactly the card you would want to see, because that's bringing a family together and a bouquet, love together. Awesome.
Go ahead, Tony.
Well, I have in the East self-esteem, which is what she's bringing to the United States right now by the work that she's doing down at the border. It's going to help us. It's going to help us feel better. It's going to help us in our engagement in the world, because we will no longer have that black mark on our soul that we've had for the last few years. Her expression, the things that she is expressing about the border. This is a throat chakra card, and it's about truth. So the words that she speaks, we can depend that she is telling us what's actually happening. And then just to put a finer point on there, we actually have the word truth, and that is what's happening in the West. Finally, she will bring us together, bring all the children that she can back into the fold so that they can be reunited with their parents. This universal energy will spread, and it will get bigger, and people people who can help will help. Those who can't help will give support in other ways. So this universal energy is everyone who is involved in this. They will look for ways to help the children, to help the parents. And this will turn out to be something that will go down in the history books for Kamala Harris. So that's what I get. I also get the sun. She's bringing light to the situation so that we can see everything that's going on. And then she is using her rattle to bring the energies that are needed into the situation. So she's doing a good job, you guys. It doesn't look, people are saying, where's Kamala Harris? What's she doing? She's working. She's getting
Correct.
it done.
Exactly.
So that's what
I can't find the question right now, but
Oh, wait, hang on a minute. I got to do mine.
Oh, you haven't done your reading yet? Oh, I'm sorry.
I haven't done my reading. I know. I know the feeling. I always forget to. Like, do we get everybody? All right. So here's what I got here is that this is how Kamala Harris is addressing it and showing up. This girl is on fire. She knows what she's doing. She gets down there. She's got her sword. She's got her outfit. She's like, she's showing up. And I am here to make sure that everything goes well. She really knows what she is doing. And I also got that, she does have a burden on her hands, of course. However, she does triumph over that. Above everything else, she will rise above everything that needs to be done, and she will triumph everything. And I think that it's going to the border and how everybody's processed, how everybody's been doing. It's not going to be a nightmare anymore. It's actually going to be cohesive. It's going to be run like a well-oiled machine by the time she gets done. She walks in and she sees all the stuff that needs to be fixed. And those are the things that she works on the most. And then it's like a pyramid, the worst, and then the nitty gritty. By the time she's done with this in 4 years, nobody's going to have very many complaints other than, you know what, they didn't clean the bathrooms today. That's what their complaints are going to be. So I see her really doing, she's the woman that can meet that moment. I know that's cliche, but it's the truth. So,
yeah, I wanted to find this question because I thought it was kind of interesting. Patricia wrote about Kamala Harris about her vetting. Is she going to start vetting someone for the FBI soon? This is because a lot of people are beginning to think Christopher Wray, might be the nicest guy in the world, but a lot of stuff happened under his watch with the FBI where, what the heck? Why isn't this person? So, well, let me just get the question out. She says, because meanwhile, progress is being impeded and even covered up. One would think that the FBI director would be on the top of the list of jobs she would be vetting. Response?
Well, Christopher Wray, I read on him one time. His first knee-jerk reaction is to do the right thing. But if it is going to get him in trouble or benefit in some sort of way, he's willing to compromise. That has been my read on him constantly. Like, his knee-jerk reaction is to do the right thing. That's the reason why when you meet him and all that, that's what shows off first. Is like, yeah, I'll do the right thing until.
So do you want us to just throw and see if she's going to, because my feeling was that she was supposed to deliver an opinion to Biden, and Biden weighs her opinion heavily, and she will give her opinion about Christopher Wray if something's not kosher. Just like the last VP gave his opinion. The last VP hired most of those people.
Right. I have a troll in my thing. Hang on a second. Any of you guys been having really bad experiences with trolls lately?
Yeah, a couple. Do we not have any moderators?
No, this is in my other, whoever this troll is tries to find and hide himself into a comment. If somebody's asking you in the comments of anybody's YouTube channel to call this or click on a thing, don't do it. Bottom line,
what is it? What is it?
I don't know. I can't find it. It just popped up on my thing, and I was going to find it, but
I need to find it.
Yep, I diverged. Okay, so the question is: will Kamala Harris start vetting for a new FBI director?
Yeah, FBI. Yeah, because Christopher Wray is not. People don't feel that Christopher Wray is long for this world because of stuff that's coming out.
I didn't realize that the vice president is the one that would do that. Wouldn't Maverick do that?
Well, it depends. I mean, the VP is there to assist at the pleasure of the president as his, second in if something happens, and also the tie vote in the Senate. So yeah, one of the main things they do is interview and do hirings. I mean, Pence hired a lot of the people that wound up getting investigated, and then Pence lied, and so it became this bizarre thing. But you hired these people, and did you do a security? Yeah. No, you didn't do a security. So it became, yeah, that's kind of the rule, I think. Oh yeah, Flynn. He was one of the people that hired Flynn.
I'll go ahead and go first. She is
Okay.
literally looking for self-reliance. Like she doesn't. She never believed in making sure that all of your people were in place, like Democrats kind of thing. She's never really believed that, but she's realizing now that we definitely need somebody in there that they can trust. The Seven of Swords also running away. That whoever she is investigating, she's starting to freak them out. Because they're wanting, so like everybody's telling everybody, shh, don't tell anybody, don't tell anybody, don't tell anybody. And I also get the moon, so she knows that there's some undercover stuff going on. But she literally is going to get in there and have justice be justice. She's getting ready to take on that task. I don't think I think she's supporting. Is it Merrick? Is that his name? Merrick? I think she's.
Garland.
Yeah, Merrick Garland. I think the feeling that I get is that he's telling her stuff and she's like, well, whenever you want me to pull the trigger, I will.
Well, traditionally, you know, they have the lunches and stuff, and they sit around and they talk about things like security, etc. And then she writes things down, and then you have a meeting with the president when because she has lunch a couple times a week with the president. Those are kind of the debriefings that they have. Are you done? I'm sorry.
Yep, I'm good. Yep.
So it feels to me like he's gone. I mean, you know, what do you say when you're having your sandwich with the president and this kind of stuff comes in? All you can do is give your information, but you know, Two of Pentacles, that's like the flim flam man, wishy-washy. I think that she's going to be able to have a short list. In plainer words, I think that Biden has some good ideas about who would be a great FBI director, but this feels almost like she has a short list of 2 or 3 people she trusts. By the way, I think Adam Schiff is on the short list. Final outcome is the 10 of Cups, so the family Biden happy. But yeah, I never felt that Christopher Wray was going to complete his term. He might surprise me, but it doesn't look that way. Not when it's opening up with something like a 4 of Swords. I mean,
Yeah, I totally agree because she's pulling him in front of the council. He's going in front of the council. He has to explain the things that he's done, and I think he's going to go. I just have that feeling because she is looking at the things that he's done and his position in the FBI is tenuous at best because of he just hasn't done. He hasn't communicated the things that need to be said about the way he's handled his job and the things that he's done. And I think he has to go so that people can have more trust and faith in the FBI. Right now, the FBI is suffering a little bit of identity crisis, so they have a self-esteem issue. So like I said, he's going in front of the council and they're going to make a decision about him. Don't know when, but he will be there. He's on the carpet, people.
you know, I wonder if nobody is going to be left. You know, it's interesting. I was looking at government jobs. Everybody's going to the government job site since they posted all the new jobs. But you know what the main thing they're hiring right now, massive hirings? Security people, federal officers, hundreds and hundreds of jobs. So the fact that go take a look at the U.S. government jobs, the new stuff that's coming out. I think after January 6th, there are a lot of people that don't work for that feds anymore. Go take a look at usjobs.gov. It's like thousands. It's like they must have fired everybody, it looks like.
If I was in my 20s, I'd be there, but now, no.
Well, you know, a lot of offices were left empty. They were languishing because the last administration just didn't hire the people that needed to be hired. And a lot of departments were sort of gutted in a way. I mean, skeleton crew kind of.
Yeah, I noticed that also. But like, I was just because, you know, not that I would ever do it, but I was just curious looking at the new government jobs. half were like FBI agents, federal agents, law enforcement, lawyers, prosecutors, and it seemed like the other half was forestry, which was good, I guess, because
that's
he was
good.
expanding the forest and the money came out for the forest. But that was cool. All right. Are we still going?
Yeah, for a few more minutes.
Okay, so you ready for some celebrity gossip?
Let's do it.
I mean, come on now. We can't be serious all the time.
No, we can't. But our troll slayers are working overtime right now. So thank you guys.
Do we have a troll?
Yeah, I'm not sure it was hidden. Okay, so a master puppeteer I'm going to remove. So don't do anything else, guys. I'm going to remove him or her or whatever it is. I am going to hide user from this channel. Bye. Go find something else to do. Go support your family or something.
There's jobs. There's
Yeah, there's a job out there for you.
Yeah, we just told you where to get a job. Anybody who wants a job can have a job. Just go to.
Yeah, more jobs than we got people.
All the restaurants are hiring now too. You can go walk.
Exactly.
Department stores are hiring now too. Go sell shoes. That's good.
Well, they know that once the doors open, because my daughter actually, Vanessa, she just got her first COVID shot today. This morning I took her, and I'm on the list. Yeah, I'm on the list. I'm officially on the list for them to call me back, and because I couldn't do it with her because I didn't have time. But so yeah, we're getting there.
Today's my last date. I'm getting my last shot today, my second shot.
Oh, so. Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah,
have you gotten yours yet, Tony?
I got the first one. And next week I get the second one.
So. And we're all alive.
Yes, we're still alive. Yeah, it's weird to remote view because when it's just they just create a fake foreign protein that your body reacts by making an antibody, and the antibody that it makes just happens to be able to fight the. So when I went in and I did a remote view, it looked like they had taken those small Viennese sausages that are in the can, and it was like they just lined them up in my arm, and it was just like these protein sausages, and I was just like, that's it? That's what everyone's freaking out about? And then I remote viewed it like over the last couple of days, and I saw my cells going in and clearing away the little hot dog things and analyzing them. I'm like, that's so cool.
I want the juice. I want the juice she's drinking.
Well, no, because you wonder what's happening inside your own body, and then I did the meditation, and it was like cool, and I didn't have any reaction. I had a little bit of a sore arm at the site, but that's good. You're supposed to, because it means you have an immune response. You got to have
absolutely. I also have before we diverge into celebrity gossip, we kind of let that. But we have Twig Brother in the chat. If anybody hasn't checked out Twig Brothers,
I love Twig Brother.
Yeah, his channel.
On your show, right? I saw him on Remote View, yeah.
And I'm going to have him back on April 29th, Twig Brother.
Oh, good.
I have no agenda really. We're just going to get on. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about things. He lives in the land of Merlin.
Yay!
Literally. I know. So we're just going to have a blast on the 29th. So please join us and go and subscribe to his channel. So hi, Andy. Okay, onward.
All right. So
I diverged.
It's okay. So this is the celebrity question. Y'all get to ask one celebrity question. This one comes from Race B. Thanks for the question, Race B. She writes, "Is Brad Pitt as abusive a person as Angelina Jolie says?" They want to know if we could do like a profile reading on it and see, is this guy abusive? I know he was an alcoholic because he's in recovery and he said things about that, but I don't know. You guys want to check and see if Brad Pitt is this horrible abusive person?
I'm trying to think. My first initial thing is, if I had to go into that relationship, which they've made public, so that makes it where if they make it public, we can definitely read on it. But Angelina Jolie kind of reminds me of a woman who has potential to be very, very dominant. And I think the relationship, here's my whole take on it, all right, before I even read. I think the fact that how they got together was really tainted from the get-go. So their reunion was already on a bad footing, on not the right way to do things. And so it was like cheating, right? And so they go into this and they try to make it work. And I think by the time they were done and over with, they were trying to force the relationship to work and stay, and they just couldn't. But I don't see either one of them as abusive. I think they both had a part in the destruction of the relationship from the moment they started. That's my take on that.
Well, I think actors, can be highly emotional sorts. Should we throw? Let's throw and see what we can find out about Brad Pitt.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Nice boy from Missouri. Speaking of misery, Missouri.
He was beautiful. And what was that one movie where he was the vampire?
Beautiful.
Do you think so?
Still beautiful.
She can still see the beauty.
I do.
I saw, what was that one vampire movie that he was in?
With Tom Cruise.
Yeah, what was that vampire? Oh my God, goodness! I was like, whoa! And then he was also in another one where he was the four brothers. I forget the names.
In that Irish movie where he was.
Interview with a Vampire. That's the one he was absolutely gorgeous in. And then there was another one where he was like a part of the Four Brothers or something like that. I forget the name of that movie where he was a country boy. He had to go off.
What was it called? The Outliers or something like that. You're talking about the movie made when he was a little kid with.
No. He was a young man. It wasn't Thelma and Louise. Oh, I forget the name of it. But he was also The Legend of the Falls. That's it. The Legend of the Falls. Oh my gosh. He was so pretty in that one.
See, I would be more inclined to fall in love with the character actor that's the quirky, shy assistant. Like, I don't really go for blondes. I don't find blondes attractive.
I don't either. I'm not a blondie person either. I prefer
tall, dark, good looking. That's my flavor.
Yeah.
Little foreign. I prefer foreign. Foreign flavor. I would like the foreign flavor. 6 feet.
She's still calling in her beau.
I prefer brown eyes to blue. I'm just saying. I'm sure there's I could find a soulmate with blue eyes, but
So if you're out there, come on.
That's right. My best friend says I like them caramel. She's like, I like them caramel.
Yeah, you don't want someone who looks like you. Like, I'm all red and pale. It's like, you look like my brother, man. I can't get into that.
Right. I do like the dark hair, and I like the dark hair and the blue eyes contrast. I love that part.
Well, that's okay. I still don't like blue eyes as much.
But I don't like them thin and built. I have never liked them thin and built, although my husband was thin and built. But I don't like them thin and built. I prefer them to have meat on them. I was like, I'm dating the meat around your belly. Don't have to get rid of it.
Yeah, me too. I don't mind if a guy is overweight. I just worry about his health, if he's taking care of him.
Oh yeah, but I prefer him chunky.
I don't want my husband to die. I care about care about him. But big men, I don't have a problem with that. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I do too. I like them chunky.
Strong and big and protect me,
Exactly. We have diverged. Wait a minute, Tony, what was that?
I said, I like my ice cream chunky.
Yes, exactly. I like them chunky. Well, I don't want them to be thinner than me. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
I did fall in love with this guy. He was very, very thin, but he was so gentle, vulnerable, artist type. I just thought he was kind of like, what he reminded me of? He reminded me of Chopin in the movie Impromptu, where Chopin is just like dying frail, but you couldn't help but fall in love with him, even though you thought he was going to die at any minute. I love you. Drink your milk. Drink your
Oh my gosh. Have we?
That's when George Sands, the character George Sands, falls in love with him. She's like, I'm madly in love. Drink your milk, darling.
Oh my gosh, have we derailed? All right, let's do 3 cards on what's his face, and then we'll do the last question. That should be fun too.
Okay, so Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's
Oh.
got some problems. We see he's still struggling with sobriety, and something about him headed to the Southwest. He could be shooting a film or something like that. This is the guy who can't say no to temptation. Look, if you're rich and beautiful, why not say yes? People are giving you the best drugs. They're giving you the most beautiful women. This is a guy with the devil. Why say no? The only person there saying no is you. Would you say no? So sobriety becomes a big challenge for him, particularly on the road as he travels. So defending against multiple attacks, he just wants to get left alone. This constant criticism, nothing he can do right, like every other husband in the world. And so consequently, he runs off to go do his drugs or whatever. He is a philanthropist. He gives a ton of money to charity. He's got philanthropy. He cares, he gives, he cares, he gives. But this guy, he has temptations. She's like screaming about this, her card. They're screaming about betrayal, his ex-wife, the end of the relationship, the fact that she's fighting. Everything is drama with her. Nothing makes her happy. He's saying, I wish her all the best. She's now telling me she's dating somebody else. Hey, I wish her all, look at this. I wish her all the best. They're dating different people.
I'll go ahead and go. I also get that 10 of Swords, end of a difficult situation. They were just difficult together. Like I was saying before, it was that childhood, that 6 of Cups, that immature childhood reactions to each other, and they weren't doing well. It's almost like somebody would do something wrong, and the other one would do something wrong, and all of a sudden they're on the even plane again. Now, it's like that childhood. What you did, this is what I did. This is what you did. Isn't that a ridiculous relationship? And then we have the effort and the challenges going forward. It just became a battlefield by the time it was done and over with. It was a battlefield. They felt like soldiers, and of course they can't reconcile in their own minds as to the reason why there's failures there. It couldn't have been my fault. It had to be his fault. It couldn't have been my fault. It had to be her fault. You know what I mean? They're still in there. They're still in there. I just hope that they separate, and emotionally, mentally, and logically for them kids.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
The beloved.
The fire.
The fire. The fire in that relationship. Oh, their expression. The idea is to be truthful in their expression, but in reality, their communication is not. There's truth either having to be told or truth that is being kept back. There are truths that need to be expressed. Physically, he's no longer there, and they're having problems because of their finances. But this all has to go into their relationship, the beloved. I just want to send out white light of love and protection for both of them, because they both need to go inside and examine where they are. And it needs to happen not together. They need to do it apart. And that's just my opinion. That's just for
right.
entertainment purposes only. And but remember, there was love there once. There was love there once. And there can be love there again. It may not be the same love, but there will be love again. Maybe it's not between the two of them. Maybe it's this new relationship that she has. But I think they will eventually come to the place where they are on the same page.
Good. I hope so too. I hope
the luck. I wish them all the luck and all the love that they can muster.
Correct. And to keep them kids under it. All right. So we're down to the last question, the fun questions. I think these are fun. It's like, like, what is your favorite this? What's your favorite that? So here's the questions. What is your favorite color? What is your favorite movie? And what is your favorite song?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
All right, I'll go first. These are my favorite things to do. My favorite color is pink.
I love pink.
Love pink. I used to try to get away from it, and I went to maroon one time, and I tried to enjoy maroon, and I was like, this is not me. I love pink. This is it. And then my favorite movie is August Rush. Have you guys ever seen that movie?
I think
Sounds
so.
familiar. Yeah.
August Rush. If you haven't, go watch it. I know what's going to happen in every second of that movie because I've watched it so many times, and I still cry. Now, this kid is very, very remote viewing, and he feels his parents, and he's very, very like us. So and he's very talented. He's like a whatchamacallit in the music industry, but it's a nice one. So my favorite song has always been Hallelujah. I could listen to that and almost anybody singing Hallelujah in any way, shape, or form. But that's one of my favorite songs, and I sing it often. So that's my favorite song. All right, whoever's next.
Gosh, these are questions that are so hard because I have so many movies that I love. I mean, the one that comes to mind is Defending Your Life with Meryl Streep. Do you know that movie?
I love that movie.
Mm-hmm. I love that movie. I love that. I want to be a big brain. I really want to be a big brain. My favorite song as a singer, that's really, really hard. Really, really hard. Time in a Bottle. I don't know if you know that song.
That's a nice one.
I love that song. And what is the other question? My color? Blue.
Yeah.
My favorite color is blue.
Her favorite color is
my
blue.
Throat chakra. My whole life, it's been about my throat. I'm a singer, so it's been about protecting the throat, protecting my truth, or saying my truth and speaking my truth and singing my truth and all of that. So yeah, blue is my favorite color.
Beautiful. All right, Whimsy.
That was the thing that got me tripped up because when I was a kid, I would always say red. I like red, and I look good in red, right? But combos, I like combos of like mossy green and forest pinks. I love the combination of greens with pinks, like a dusty rose with like an olive green on a bedding, like when you add different colors and stuff. I just love the colors. So those colors are my favorite.
Those are my sorority colors.
Yeah, pink and green. Absolutely love pink and green, which is also the colors of Kuan Yin.
Yes.
Pink and green. Favorite song, probably American Tune by Paul Simon. And favorite movie is Groundhog's Day.
Oh gosh, that was a hilarious movie.
Yeah.
I could watch. I could watch that. If you ever just need a moment just to laugh and laugh and laugh, I go watch Groundhog Day too, or Happy Gilmore.
Oh my God.
Happy Gilmore got me rolling, and I don't usually like slapstick, but you want to go in that hole. Get in that hole. I know you want to go. Go to your home. Go to your home.
Love
Bob
Actually.
Barker. Bob Barker. I hate you, Bob Barker.
And then they get into a fist fight. I'm dying.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. That was good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Thank you, Lily Adorno, for the donation. I haven't had a chance to give gratitude to everybody who donates to these get-togethers.
Yes.
It's very kind of you, and it pays for our coffee, and we
keep the lights on.
And keeps the lights on. It keeps the coffee going. So what do you folks think? Are we done? What do you think?
I think so. I think this is great. Thank you.
So wonderful. Thank you guys for inviting me. I've had so much fun. I love laughing.
Thank you.
Because laughter brings up your energy. It really does. It really does.
It does.
Serotonin.
I think this was the funnest show we've done, and you, boy,
Yes.
I didn't see this. It started so chaotic, but it just became a great show. I think this was the funnest show we've done from my end, anyway.
Thank you so
That's
much.
what you're welcome. That's what love can do, Whimsy. Let love do its job.
That's right. That's right.
All right, everyone. Let's say goodbye. Everybody smile real pretty because you know this is the end picture. And it stays permanently, so make it a good one.